Hey guys, it's Elvis. Back again with a new video. I promised more content, so I made a new rig. Basically, this is a demo on the different features on the rig and how to use it. So this rig will be available on Gumroad for free. So if you're watching this video, there should be a link in the description where you can download the rig. So the character was designed by Leo Trinidad. I'll also leave a link to his website in the description box, so you can check out some of his work. So yeah, the rig is named after Leo Trinidad, so I called it the Leo B rig. So yeah, let's get started. As you can see, when you open the rig, it's going to look like this. The controllers will be off, so if you want to turn them on, just click on that box right there, and it's going to show the master controllers. And if you go down here to the timeline, you'll see the turnaround. So this is the original turnaround from frame 10 to frame 18, and then the other side is flipped, so this is the flipped side. Yeah, so I personally, I don't think you should like reanimate both sides. Like, you can just do one turn and then just flip the other side if your character is symmetrical, but if they're asymmetrical, then maybe you may have to redo this turn on the other side. But in this case, I just flipped it. It doesn't necessarily look perfect. When you flip it, you can tell that it's flipped, but it works fine, so it's not really a big deal. And yeah, let's get started. Let me copy a pose from here so you don't mess up the turn. So let's start with the master controllers. There is a master controller for the head. The mouth, you can change the mouth into different shapes. Basically added all the most important vowels and consonant sounds, so this should be enough to animate a complete lip sync, depending on what you're animating, but yeah, it should be fine. There's a slider for the wings, slider for the blink, for the foot, thick outline toggle. So basically what you're seeing here is the original look of the character, but I decided to add a thick outline style similar to what you see on like the Fairly Odd Parents. If I click on the render view, click on this blue flower icon, you can see that the character has a thicker outline. So if you don't maybe like this style, you can just switch it off by clicking that, and it's going to go back to how it was originally. But I personally thought it looked a lot better with the thick outline, so yeah, you have a switch for that. And then finally we have a lower body turn master controller. So let me go through each and every one of them. So let's start with the head. So the head has upper view, center view, and the head looking down, so you can use it for that. And then we have the mouth here on the left side. So if I zoom in on the screen left, you'll see icons representing the different mouth shapes. This is basically one for when the character is happy, the character is neutral, and when the character is sad. So if I scroll down the slider, you can see the different mouth shapes. So yeah, so if you maybe, let's say we go with this mouth shape and you decide to use the head master controller, it's going to maintain that mouth shape, so it's not going to change or it's not going to reset. So yeah, that's a pretty useful feature right there. And the mouth is not perfect, so let's say I have the mouth fully open and I move the head to the side, you can see certain parts like this are kind of broken, but you can fix it manually. If I select every part of the character and hit the activate deformer feature, you can see all the parts for the most part have envelope deformers, so you can manipulate them how you wish to, and except maybe the hands, because the hands are, you mostly redraw that, so there's no need to add envelope deformers to the hands. So yeah, let me switch that off. And yeah, and let's keep the mouth open for a second. So we have these controllers here on the right or left side of the character. Yeah. So this red one is for the upper teeth. So the character design, from the character design, the character doesn't have lower teeth, so the character just has upper teeth, so they can use that to control that. And then one for the tongue, and the tongue also has deformers if you need to manipulate that. And yeah, I will go back to the other controllers in a second. Let's finish off with the master controllers first. We have one for the wings. Let me close the mouth and turn the head to the back view. So with this you can control the wings. You can change the drawing substitution. Instead of going through the library manually, you can just use this slider here, and like the mouth, it stays the same regardless of whether you change the angle of the head, so it stays the same. Let me go back to the original. And then let's go back to the other master controller. Under the wings you can see a blink slider, so if I use that, you can close the eyes of the character. Again, like the mouth and the wings, it stays the same regardless of whether you use the head MC. And yeah, and then we have a foot slider here. You can change the angle of the foot. You can face up, center, or down. It's the same on the other side as well, so yeah, this may come in handy if you need the foot facing up or down. And the thickness toggle, I already showed you that. And then finally we have the lower body turns. Control the lower body if you need to, so you can the character to face on the side, or the quarterback view, or the back view. Yeah, you have that ability to do that. And then now we can go back to these other controllers here. So we have a head bounce controller. If I select that, you can squash and stretch the head. You have one for the torso, the upper body, so you can do the same. And this is for the face. You can move the face side to side or up and down if you need to. We also have an antenna here. You can control those separately, or you can control them together if you need to. And then if we zoom into the face, you can see this pupil controller. You can control the pupils together, or you can move it separately if you need to. And then here we have the eyelid controllers. You can lower the eyelids if you want to. The eyelids also have envelope deformers, so you can deform them any way you need to. And then we have, if we zoom into the eyebrows, we have these controls here. If you switch in the library, in the drawing substitution section in the library, you can switch to the next drawing substitution. Is going to activate this eyebrow wrinkle. So yeah, you can do that. You can activate that if you need it. And speaking of the eyebrows, you have an invisible cutter on the eyebrow, which you can use to cut the eye. If you lower the eyebrow down, it cuts the eye, so you can do that. And what else? Yeah, these controllers are invisible in the render view, so you don't have to worry about switching them off in the node view. You don't have to like go to the controls here and switch them off. If I select the render view, you can see they're off, so you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, I want to show you another thing, another feature. No, let's first stay on the front view. For the arms, if you rotate them, you will see this white outline. So this is available on all the limbs, the legs and the arms. So I added this feature here, so that because this character has a lot of blacks, and when they overlap, certain body parts are not easily visible, so I added a little white outline. It's the same if I move this arm in front of the body. You can see an automated like system that adds a white outline here, so you can easily see the arm. But this one here, these controls are for the when the arms are not overlapping with the rest of the body. It's when the lower arm and the upper arm are overlapping with each other, so you can manipulate this by moving these controllers. There's another one for this part, so yeah, that's what those are for. It's also similar with the legs. You have the same feature, same with the beasting. Yeah, when it overlaps with the other blacks, it adds automatically a white outline, but you can also manipulate it manually with these controls when the arms are like outside and not overlapping with the rest of the body, if that makes sense. And then if we go down to, oh yeah, this is used to select the hip if you need to move that on its own, whatever reason. We also have this light here. It was part of the design, so you can manipulate it separately if you need to. We also have one for the body here. Again, like every other body part, they have deformers, so you can manipulate them separately. And then what else? Also, we have this glove. This part is separate from the rest of the hand. It's not one piece. You can move this separately. And similar here with the legs, you have socks. You can move them separately, individually. And then we have the shoelaces. They also have envelope deformers if you need to manipulate them separately. And finally, we have a shoe sole, the sole of the shoes, under the shoes, whatever you want to call it. You can use these controls to move it up and down, side to side. And like everything else, it has deformers. You can manipulate it, or you can redraw it entirely. And am I forgetting anything? Yeah, also if you download this file, you can go all the way to the end. You can see all the poses. For if for whatever reason maybe you don't want to use master controllers, which I don't know why you wouldn't, it makes our life a lot easier. You can find all the poses that I've added to these sliders and master controllers at the end of the timeline here, so everything is here if you need to use them, but everything is already in the master controller, so if you don't need them, it's fine. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So this file will be this rig will be available on Gumroad for free, along with my other stuff. So I'd like to see what you guys come up with. If you decide to animate with it, just make sure to tag me if you post it online. I'm not on Instagram or Facebook, but I am on LinkedIn, so if for whatever reason you post it on LinkedIn, you can tag me. You can tag me regardless, or you can send me the video. My email is on my YouTube channel, so I'd like to see what you guys make with the rig. And yeah, so this version will be version 1, but I'm planning to make a version 1.1 of the rig. This is something I'm trying to experiment with, the IK-FK system. So this is an FK rig, so you just rotate the legs, but I have an earlier version of the rig. So this was the earlier version, which had an IK system. So if you lower the character, you can see that the knees bend automatically, and if you rotate the character, it maintains that pose. And so it's something I was trying to make, but it wasn't working perfectly. So for example, if I switch to FK, again from the front view it works fine, but if I start rotating the character, the leg becomes a complete mess. And you can just easily like reset it, but it also doesn't change the drain substitution to the right one, so you may have to manually fix it. So again, the system works, it works well, and I know the problem. it works well, and I know the problem, but I've not been able to find a solution at the moment. So this is something I'm trying to make work properly before I make this available. Oh look, it was actually working fine. Wait, let me see. It was actually fine there for a moment. Oh look, so it works sometimes it doesn't, but the issue now is both legs are on, so it's a weird bug. But so I'm trying to like figure this out. If I manage to fix this issue, this will also be available on Gumroad, so you'll have both versions if you need to. And yeah, so that's all. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll try to be more proactive on YouTube, and yeah, so I look forward to posting more content, and I hope you guys like what I show. And at the end of this video, you'll see a promo of my Skillshare class. I have a class on Skillshare for beginners. If you're maybe switching from a different 2D animation software to Toon Boom Harmony, and you'd like to have something to like guide you through Toon Boom, I have a class on Skillshare. It's specifically for beginners, so if you already know how to use Toon Boom Harmony, it's not maybe for you, but maybe if you want to refresh your memory or your knowledge, you can watch it as well. It's available on Skillshare. You can get 1 month free trial if you use the link. If you click the link in the description box below or the top comment, I'll probably add a top comment and pin it, so you'll find all the information there. But I'll add a trailer in the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and see you again. Bye. Hi guys, my name is Elvis Oiria. I'm a 2D generalist. I have 3 years experience in the TV animation industry, having worked on various projects such as the upcoming Moon Gun and Devil Dinosaur for Marvel, Star Wars Galaxy of Pets for Star Wars Kids on YouTube, Rainbow Butterfly and Unicorn Kitty for Nickelodeon, and many more. In this course, you'll be able to navigate through Toon Boom Harmony and be familiar with the menus and tools required for 2D animation and rigging. I decided to make this course because when I first started using Toon Boom Harmony, a lot of the videos I watched were scattered all over the place, and I could not get all the information I needed from one source. This course is a part of a larger plan to release 3 classes back to back that will lead you guys to having the required knowledge to create, rig and animate a 2D character in Toon Boom Harmony. All you need is a laptop, a tablet, nothing fancy, and a copy of Toon Boom Harmony. Don't have a Toon Boom Harmony license? No problem, just head over to their website and get a 1 month free trial. They also offer discounts if you are a student. This course is suitable for people who want to move or to learn a different animation software, in this case Toon Boom Harmony, or if you're a beginner and Toon Boom Harmony is your software of choice. Just make sure to have the latest version of Toon Boom Harmony, which is version 21, in order to follow along properly. I can't wait to share my knowledge with you guys, so let's get started.